Good morning, class of EDL 854. This is Nelson Rush with Module 11, Gifts to Students and Staff. It's important to establish a policy within a school and within the district regarding gifts and benefits. The policy should be made explicit and should be published so that everybody is aware of how to conduct themselves. And this should also probably include something like a declaration form in case somebody does receive some kind of gift or some kind of benefit. They're able to go ahead and complete that form and report in the quickest and most streamlined manner. Now, it's important for school to go ahead and review such policies probably at the beginning of the year with all staff so that everybody is aware. It's important for the school to establish record keepers of such accepted gifts, benefits, anything beyond a token value. It's important to have fidelity there where it's not one person in charge of money and reporting and record keeping, but there's a few people in charge. Now, it's also important that the school and the district has set accountability so that staff is not seeking or looking for gifts, and that the staff is trained on how to refuse all gifts that might be money or easily transferable, might raise a possible conflict of interest, and might be a non-token offer. All non-token offers should be declared to the administration, and all attempts at gifts or benefits that are probably bribes should be reported as well. So, for example, if a teacher is offered something by, say, a student or a family member, then that teacher should go to their administration and report such a thing. That way there's a safe and appropriate pattern of record keeping to keep everybody within the boundaries of lawfulness. Now, for gifts to staff, there should be some kind of rotating committee to handle such thing, and this is to ensure that there is no conflict of interest. There's no one person constantly in charge of money and appropriating that money or appropriating those gifts. For staff, it's best that the staff is generating the pot for those funds. So maybe at the beginning of the year, there's a social committee that collects dues from the staff members who want to participate. And that's what is used to generate gifts back towards staff who are participating for things such as remembrance, fundraising, incentives, things like that. Gifts should be nominal in cost, and it's best that the winners of fundraising are usually the participants. So if there's some kind of activity or event put on by the committee, it's best that the people who are actually participating are awarded such gifts. Gifts should follow the policy outlined. You'll probably hear me say this a few times. Again, I think it's best to have a policy in place and that the school, the staff follow that policy. As such, it's best to avoid cash gifts and non-token gifts, as if this does happen, a lot of this needs to be reported for W-2 and tax purposes. In fact, it would be a good idea for parent groups to be involved in such special event situations, again, because this is due to tax purposes. And it's always best to seek advice from school, district, and finance departments if you're unaware or if you're not fully confident in the best practice. Now, for gifts to students, it's important that there is, again, a specific fund used for student gifts. They should be non-monetary. They should be appropriate for fundraising or special events. An example of appropriateness means that it goes with the age group, it's only awarded to participants, and it's not favoring one group or the other. Again, lean back on the school policy and the district policy to confirm that we're acting within the boundaries, especially since money is involved. We want to have lawful practice here. Most funds should come from student-generated funds or general funds. An example of this would be like if there's a student council or social committee and they generate dues or they generate the funds from the student population and then redistribute that as token or non-monetary. So if a school is running a canned food drive and a class wins the most cans brought in and donated, then the student council social committee might appropriate some of those funds to a pizza party. So no student is being paid out in cold hard cash, but there's a clear goal that students are working towards, and the money is appropriate towards that goal. Now, at my school, all the staff are required to report gifts or benefits to our finance department. There's a few people that work in that department, so there's accountability through a number of different people, different pay grades, and checks and balances. We do have a school social committee of rotating staff who collect money at the beginning of the year for people who want to participate, and then redistribute that as staff welcoming, like food incentives, potlucks, raffles, and teacher appreciation. So everything is appropriated back towards the staff who are actually participating. All money is passed through a system of checks and balances and reporting through our school and our finance department, and there is never a sole person privileged to just the money and the paperwork. Again, accountability for lawfulness. So thank you very much for listening to my presentation. I hope that you found this information helpful, and I look forward to seeing your presentations as well. Thank you again.